I'm feeling funky and not in a good way. Not in a fresh way at all. I have dug myself a hole, a metaphorical hypothetical hole that is so deep, and it's on a beach, so it's rapidly filling with water, and I'm just at the bottom of it, getting covered with globs of sand and water and drowning. It's really not that bad, I just love dramatics. Basically, I'm in a rut, like an extreme rut, and instead of acknowledging it or attempting to get out of it, I have simply been wallowing in it, and I think it might be time to stop doing that. I will say though, I've been on like a journey of like trying to be more positive and like mindful of the words that I use and like my mindset and just all of that. But with that on the internet often comes toxic positivity, and I'm trying not to be that way. Because like my manifestation girlies will get it, and like mindful mindset people like that often act like, especially on the internet, if you aren't positive 100% of the time, then it's not gonna work. And so they'll like just shove down any negative thoughts that they have and like reprimand themselves for having negative thoughts and experiences. But that's not healthy either. So I have allowed myself to wallow a little bit because there's nothing wrong with having a bad day. There's nothing wrong with wallowing a bit. And having a bad day isn't going to negate any of your progress. You're allowed to feel bad sometimes. And I've been trying to remind myself of that. But then sometimes I let it get a little bit too far, and then I start getting consumed by the negativity, and so I'm trying to find the line. I really am, and it's been difficult. But basically, I'm trying to pull myself out of my little negativity hole that I'm currently in, because I sure as fuck am in a goddamn rut right now. Like, it's bad. And I think that it's starting to show in my content. Like, my content recently just hasn't been as good, and I don't like that. And I know this right now, this video right here, isn't great content, to be honest. But it's really hard to do things that you love and do things that you're passionate about and, like, make good content when you feel horrible. And the thing is like, my plan today was to just do a regular video anyway, even though I feel so blech, and just, like, pretend to be happy and in a good mood on camera. But then I started to actually think about that, and I'm like, that's terrible. Like, that's so... I don't want to be inauthentic, and I don't want to, like, pretend to always be in a good mood on the internet. Like, my favorite creators are people who are authentic and, like, are actually transparent. And I preach transparency all the time. Like, I say that I'm going to be super open and transparent about what I'm going through. A good portion of my content is mental health content, so why would I just pretend to be happy, positive, go lucky all the time? That's not realistic, and it's not healthy. And so instead, I'm doing this because I'm allowed to be in a bad mood, you know? So I don't really have a huge plan for this video. A lot of it will just be me yapping and trying to work through this rut with you and just talk about ways that I intend to get myself out of this rut. So if that's not the content you're looking for, I'm very sorry, but again, a good portion of my content is mental health content, and I like to be transparent, so just act like we're on a FaceTime call, because that's what most of my videos are anyway. This last week of my life has literally just felt like I was getting repeatedly kicked in the shin. Like, this, it might not have even been that bad, but it's like, you know when a bunch of little things build up to just, like, one giant mental breakdown? That's basically what this week has been. Let me explain to you. So this week started with me being, like, incredibly sick. Like, I had a super bad cold. And then, literally the moment that I recovered from my cold, the moment, I started my period. And my periods are really bad, where I get, like, the worst symptoms. I have, like, debilitating cramps the entire time, literally feel like I'm going to pass away. So, not fun. And then I helped my sister finish moving, which was fine. Love her, love being able to help, but I was, like, experiencing these terrible cramps the whole time and literally felt like I was going to pass out, so I was already in, like, a terrible mood. And then it was kind of cold because of the wind, and I was just not having a good time with that, which had nothing to do with her. Love her. Then, my landlord's people came to do repairs on our apartment, and we knew that they were coming. They were coming on Friday. And so, the whole week I was just stressed as fuck about that. Like, just thinking about how stressed out I was to the point that I literally felt like I was going to throw up everywhere. And the repairs that they were doing were on 2 separate floors. Like, floors in 2 separate rooms. So I had to, like, move all of our furniture out of the way and just, like, make sure everything had a place that wasn't in the way, which was super fucking stressful. And then get up super early Friday morning, get me, my mom, and my animals out of our house for the entire day so these people could do the work. And then come back, and they took, like, all day to do it, which no hate to them, very grateful that they did the work that they did. Hell yeah, it's finally fucking done. But it was, like, all day, and then we came home, and, like, again, I'm super grateful for all of the work that they did, but then they, like, left a bunch of stuff in, like, super inconvenient places, and they left, like, a thick layer of dirt from, like, whatever, like, machines and tools they were using. A thick layer of dirt over every single thing in the rooms that they did stuff in, which is, again, very grateful for the work that they did, but, like, coming home from that after, like, being stressed out, and it's, like, 10 at night, it was, and they also ripped down our curtains, which, like, what part of working on the floor means rip down the curtains, I don't know, but they can't be put back up because of the way that they took them down. Very stressful. Very stressful. And then, oh my god, the same night, so that night, I come home to that, pissed off, not at them, just, like, in general, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. And then I fall asleep, finally, at like 2 a.m. And then at 5 a.m., I wake up and I'm kind of like in a half awake, half asleep state. And I would have just fallen back asleep, except for my nose ring got caught on my bracelet, ripped out of my face. Not this one, the newer one. Ripped out of my face. And then I could not get it to go back in because it's like a newer piercing. And I couldn't get it to go back in. And I spent an hour trying to get it to go back in and it was bleeding and I almost fainted. So that's how my week has been. And I was already in kind of a rut before this week, so then this week really just, like, beat the fuck out of me mentally. It's been a time, okay? So today I woke up and I was like, you know what? I cannot keep feeling like this because I literally, like, am making myself feel ill because of how upset and stressed and just, like, blech I am. And so I was determined to get out of my rut today. This is the first day I've, like, full out done my full face of makeup in, like, over a week. Because I just needed to feel good about myself. And I don't need makeup to feel good about myself, but when I haven't done my makeup in a while and I'm already feeling bleh, sometimes I just need to make myself pretty and feel good, okay? So I did my full out makeup and I feel pretty good about it, to be honest. I'm already kind of in a better mood today than I have been the rest of the week, and partially maybe that is because I ended my period. Not to sound like a stupid man that's like, oh, you're on your period, but, like, the period on top of everything else was just really kicking my ass. So the fact that it's ended now has made me feel a little bit better. I would also like to blame some of my rut on seasonal depression. And today it's literally, like, 53 degrees, which is so fucking spring. It's feeling optimistically like spring outside, and I'm so thrilled. And I know every single time somebody's upset, people are like, oh, spend time outside, and you want to, like, roll your eyes at them and be mad. I roll my eyes at them and be mad every time, because, like, shut up. But it do be helping sometimes, it does. So I will be going to spend time outside, and I'm very excited. I'm also going to hang out with my siblings today, which could either make or break my mood. They sometimes watch my videos, so if you're seeing this, don't act upset that I said that. Because, you know, when you're already pissed off, and then you're hanging around your siblings and they're also in a bad mood, and then you just start pissing each other off, so their mood will greatly depend on how I'm feeling. Though I will try to stay optimistic, regardless. But they're also my best friends, so they do often make my mood, like, 1,000 times better, so I am excited to go hang out with them, especially because it's nice out. I will be making them hang out outside with me. I also desperately need to clean my space, like, clean my room. It has turned into a depression pit of despair. Like, it's real bad in here. It's not food messy, though, because I don't eat in my room, because I hate when things get food messy. But everything else is just somehow all over my floor. Part of it is because I don't have a dresser, so I, like, keep my clothes in bins, and I have more clothes than can fit in the bins, and so it just doesn't work out. I need to wash my sheets. Bad. Because it's not even the washing the sheets that gets me, it's the taking them off and putting them back on the bed. I've also fucked my sleep schedule. Not that I've really ever had a sleep schedule in my life, as I do have insomnia, and also I get FOMO about being awake, but I really need to stop sleeping till like 11:30. And every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wake up at a normal time tomorrow, I don't. I just snooze my alarm over and over again. So I kind of want to do, you know when people used to do those videos where like, oh, waking up at 5 a.m. for a week? I kind of want to do that. I know like when people are like, oh, wake up early, that's another thing that like you want to roll your eyes at. But every time I do wake up early and I feel like I have more time in the day, I do feel better. So I think we need to do that. By we, I do mean me. I also need to lower my screen time. Bad. Because I feel like all I've been doing lately is doom scrolling, and that's certainly not helping. Like, I just feel like every person on the internet is just pissing me off to no end. I know you're probably watching this video and being like, girl, you're a person on the internet that's pissing me the fuck off. Valid. So fair. But then perhaps we both need to set our phones down and go touch grass. I also feel like I just have had zero inspiration creativity-wise, and I like to blame that on my, like, little rut that I'm in, but it might be the other way around. And also I do feel like it could also be because I spend too much time doom scrolling, and that just sucks all the creativity out of a person. It really does. And it's hard, like, as a person who makes content on the internet. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't take a complete internet break because, like, I make content on the internet. But, like, I could just post and then put my phone down. Like, I don't have to scroll, too. I think I need to take a couple days of, like, zero scrolling. And that sounds so sad, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, you can't go, like, a couple days without scrolling on your phone, that's so sad. Whatever, okay? Whatever. That's just the world we live in, and I am aware that it is upsetting. Okay? I also think I need to just make a list of all of my comfort movies and just, like, watch them. Because I'm a big movie person, and comfort movies especially just, like, really help. I won't binge them all in one day, because that does sound counterproductive. I think I also need to go get coffee today, because coffee is a good, large portion of my source of happiness. Also sad, yes, but I don't care. I just need a little treat. A sweet little treat. Desperately. This video is really just to, one, hold myself accountable for getting out of this rut, because, like, if you say things on the internet, you have to hold yourself accountable because you said it to, like, hundreds of people, you know what I mean? And then also, just in case any of you are in a rut and you need, one, to not feel so alone in your rut, because I always feel like it's just happening to me, and then it's like, that's definitely not the case. So if you need someone, reassurance that you're not the only one going through it, hi. And then also, if you need suggestions of ways to get out of your rut, not that I'm, like, an authority on that, or even, like, qualified in any way, shape, or form to give advice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, is it great advice? Probably not. Is it advice? Certainly. What if we just Google how to get out of a rut? Because the internet's just always right. Everything on the internet is correct. And you know that that's correct because I just said it on the internet, so. How to get out of jury duty. A funk. Perfect. That's the word I used first. How to get out of a funk. In a funk, here's how to shake it off. This is from WebMD. I don't know why I'm shocked that they have, like, an article about how to get out of a funk. Reach out. Meet a close friend for a walk if you have one nearby. Have a little dark chocolate. See? Sweet treat. I was onto something with that one. But don't overdo it. Chocolate also has fat and calories and lots of caffeine. What's wrong with that? Play some tunes. So true. Music greatly affects my mood. The thing is that I love sad music. I love sad music, but I do have to acknowledge that it does affect my mood and that I should not only listen to sad music. I have a playlist called 2000 Slutcore, and it's my favorite playlist, and it gets me hype. So if you want to listen to it, I'll put it in the description, because that is a mood lifter. It's what I got ready to, doing my makeup, and I do already feel a little bit better. Laugh. This can help ease tension in your muscles. When you breathe in quickly, your heart and lungs get a boost too. Laughing also makes your brain release chemicals that help your body fight pain and infection. So hunt down some funny clips of your favorite TV show. It's not goofing off. It's good for you. I make myself laugh. I do think I'm the funniest person alive, aside from maybe my best friend Ariel. I think she's the funniest person alive. But other than that, I laugh the hardest at my own jokes. So. Hug your dog. I do this. This is a good, like, a large portion of my source of happiness as well. It's just hugging my dog and cat. Like, anytime I feel terrible, I'm just like, I'm gonna go lay on my dog. Drink water. I found out I'm too hydrated. But I'm gonna keep drinking water anyway, obviously. But I did find out that I'm overhydrated. Because did you know that your pee is not supposed to be clear? That means you're overhydrated. Go outside. See, again, I'm onto something. Exercise. I do actually regularly work out. I also just got a new exercise bike, which is fun. They put a little risque answer on here. Meditate. Okay, I used to try and meditate regularly and I couldn't get into it, but I feel like since I'm like working on my mindset stuff, I should try it again. So maybe we'll meditate today. We're hanging out. We are. Take a vacation. I would love to do that. But alas, in this economy, it's okay, I'm rich. I also think expressing gratitude is like a really good way to even uplift yourself. Like, I think just like being grateful for the things around you, even like the littlest things. Like, if you can acknowledge any little tiny thing in your life that's good, you'll start to see more of the good. Because if in your head you're in the mindset that like, oh, everything goes wrong, everything is bad, then you're subconsciously going to notice the negative things that are happening. So if you're like expressing gratitude for like the littlest tiniest things and picking out the little tiny positive things in your day, then you're gonna notice more positive things and thus feel more positive. I feel like I sound like a therapist, but it's true. It is. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna watch a comfort movie or TV show. We're gonna hang out with my brother. We're gonna hug the dog. We're gonna get coffee, a sweet little treat. We're gonna wash my sheets. Maybe I'll do a couple other little self-care things, like some like just maintenance, vain things. Because you're allowed. You're allowed. I'm gonna create something today, like art, or I'm gonna work on a little bit of writing. I also journal, and that helps a fuck ton. And I've been slacking on it lately, like since getting into my rut, I've been journaling significantly less, which you think I would journal more in those times. We need to get back on that. I'm gonna read a little bit, I'm gonna write a little bit, and I'm gonna be on my phone less. So, let's cut to a montage of me doing all of those things. I think that would be a really fun addition / conclusion to this video.
Hey, where'd you go? What now we found? Oh yeah. Where'd you go? Doing a happy dance. Oh my god, this shit's so good. Doing a happy dance. Doing a happy dance. Yeah. Where'd you go? What'd you do? How the hell you...
Okay, that's today's video. I know it maybe wasn't quality content and it was kind of short, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get out of a funk. I can do it, and you can do it. We've got this, okay? We're gonna get out of it. And we're gonna be better than ever. Just in time for spring. Hot girl spring. But remember, it's okay to have a bad day, and it's okay to be in a bad mood, and it's okay to be in a funk for a little bit. And you can always pull yourself out of it, and I'm proud of you, and you don't have to be toxically positive all the time. As long as you acknowledge that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next Monday when we are out of our funk.